Hey everyone, it's Amber and welcome to another video. Shocking, right? I have recorded 2 episodes so far. I mean, that is such a good accomplishment. So I wanted to do a quick little episode on a book that I have really come to enjoy, and I first found this book as a light novel. Skitty is with us today again, but I originally found this as a light novel. I happened to just pick it up because I really like the cover. I think the artwork for the cover is stunning. And I had seen that it was supposed to be getting an anime, so I was like, oh my gosh, I can read it before the anime has been released, and the volumes are not big at all. So I originally bought the light novel and then saw recently that there's actually a manga out for it as well. I believe there's only 1 volume of manga. So I have actually all 3 of them right now. I read a majority of the second novel. I'm pretty close to being done with it. I read most of the manga so far just because it was kind of light and easy, but I have so many manga and so many light novels to read that I haven't quite fully finished it, and I do not believe that the 3rd volume of the light novel is out yet, so I haven't felt super compelled to finish it. The series that I have really enjoyed reading is, drumroll, it is called My Happy Marriage. Skitty is just as excited for this as I am, evidently. So it is called My Happy Marriage. This is the light novel. Super easy read in my opinion because it is pretty thin. The words aren't insanely huge or anything either. I would not put this as a difficult read in terms of the vocab and story. Everything is pretty easy to follow along. So on the back it is for ages 13 and up. So I'm trying to look through. So on a very quick glance, because it's been a little bit, there isn't any artwork throughout the light novel. There's a few light novels that I've read that actually do include some artwork through it. There's none in the 1st volume. And then, like I said, I have the 2nd volume as well, and this one is a little bit thicker. Like I said, I've read a majority of this volume. Haven't quite finished it yet, but I still have really enjoyed this story. And then moving on, so we have the 1st volume of the manga here, and the artwork is pretty simple. I definitely do say that I like the fact, I'm trying to get close. I like the fact that we're not going with the typical really big-eyed shoujo characters, because I have definitely read a lot of shoujo that it's astonishing. The body proportions are crazy sometimes. So I really like the fact that it's nothing too crazy. It's pretty artwork, but it's also simple. I never really look at it and be like, I would say that it does tend to be a little bit dialogue heavy, especially in the beginning of the series, because the whole thing is the main character is quite insecure of herself. She's quite shy, I would say, so she doesn't do much speaking until the end. So I want to read the back cover on the 1st volume so you guys can see what it says. Is this marriage a blessing or a curse? Born talentless to a noble family famous for their supernatural abilities, Mio is forced into an existence of servitude by her abusive stepmother. When Mio finally comes of marriageable age, though, her hopes of being whisked away to a better life crumble after she discovers her fiancé's identity, Kyoka, a commander apparently so cold and cruel that his previous would-be brides all fled within 3 days of their engagements. With no home to return to, Mio resigns herself to her fate, and soon finds that her pale and beautiful husband-to-be is anything but the monster she expected. As they slowly open their hearts to each other, both realize the other may be their chance of finding true love and happiness. So at least in the beginning novels, it's nothing that's super heavy, which I definitely like. Sometimes I really just would like to read a book that is kind of super sweet and easy to read, and this one has some emotional stuff, but I would say it's a pretty easy read. So I'd highly recommend it for that fact too. If you want something nice and sweet, this is definitely it. And if I'm not mistaken, there is an anime coming out. I can't remember quite when it releases, but I do know it has an anime because that's one of the reasons I originally found it, because I just like love the artwork for it for the anime. There hasn't really been that many good shoujo animes for a while, so when I saw it I was like, I have to check this out, like the artwork is so beautiful. And then I was thoroughly surprised that when I read the story, I really enjoyed the story too. I think all of the characters are pretty likable. You'll get no complaints from me. But if you guys want to check it out, it is My Happy Marriage. And like I said, I believe there's 2 volumes of the light novel out right now. And then there is 1 volume of the manga that I currently have. By the time I record this, it could possibly be 2. I'm not 100% certain. I tell you guys, the joys of filming with a cat. You don't even know half the pain I deal with. And she just is sitting there staring at me with no regrets. But she's crazy. If you guys enjoyed this video, make certain to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I am going to be trying to revamp the channel. Not 100% certain what it will all include. It could be me talking a lot about shoujo. It's kind of what I've been reading lately, because by the time I want to read a book, I really don't want to get into anything too like depressive or too crazy, just because why would I read a book when that could be my own life? I'm gonna try and post more. It will be at least weekly. I'm thinking that I will be posting on Wednesdays typically on here, but it could end up being that I post 2 times a week. I don't know. I'm gonna try and keep the videos a little bit shorter for these type ones and then make them bigger, that if I have, you know, manga that I purchased or anything, but probably leaning towards shorter style videos, maybe reviews, maybe talking about anime or something, maybe talking about my figures. I can show you my figures. Yes. Or my keychains. I have so many keychains. You don't even know how many keychains I have. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.